Thank the Manager of Opposition Business, and I call the member for Macquarie.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to give voice to young people in my electorate thanks to the Raise Our Voice campaign. Taylor Cowley is a 14-year-old, and here's what she's written about an issue our government's taking very seriously. She says, "Our country needs to redirect its attention to the tragic issue of domestic violence. For the future, I dream of a world where women don't have to worry about being harmed at the hands of their partner or father. This change would affect the entire nation, not just direct victims of domestic violence and women. This idealistic world where women don't have to live their lives in fear ensures the well-being of all Australians. Approximately 1 woman a week dies at the hands of her current or former partner. That's 52 women a year, 52 too many. As a nation, we need to take a stand together against this issue. It's the only way to instigate change. If not now, when does it end? Everyday people can help by supporting various charities, also by educating not only yourself but those around you. Our governments have previously provided funding, but it's not nearly enough. Domestic violence is not acknowledged enough, and our new parliament can help with that. Through publicly standing with victims and educating all Australians, young and old, there is hope for the future. If we can educate our next generation about domestic violence and the lifelong consequences of these actions, maybe we can put an end to this violence. I'm calling on the new Australian Parliament to make a change because no one should have to endure abuse. I have full faith that our new government will do everything they can to be a catalyst for change. If not them, then who can we depend on to back the people of this nation? And Taylor is right. These are pressing issues, and I'm pleased that last month we launched the second ever 10-year national plan to end violence against women and children, which is the blueprint for how we will work to address family violence, including early intervention, response and supporting the recovery and healing of victim survivors. Our ambitious target is to end violence against women and children within 1 generation, and I know that's exactly what Taylor hopes that we will achieve. I also want to thank the other young people who submitted speeches through the Raise Our Voice, and I want to read some of Ben Boynon's speech, who wrote on the theme of uniting the nation under the common goal of moving forward together. He writes, "Australia has a new parliament filled with brand new MPs, an enormous crossbench, a new government and a new opposition. A new parliament with renewed ambitions and goals. The next term of parliament will be busy and it certainly won't be easy. But while all sides of politics are focused on achieving these aforementioned ambitions and goals, it's important to remember that every MP and senator in these chambers should be working towards a common goal. It goes without saying that the improvement of our society is in the best interests of all Australians. And while we may not agree on what form this improvement takes, we must never lose sight of this goal. We must not let politics divide us and keep us from taking the necessary steps towards a better life for all Australians. That's why I believe the 47th Parliament of Australia should focus on unity, uniting the nation under the common goal of moving forward together. It can be achieved, and it's time to put an end to politics for politics' sake and focus on moving forward together, socially, economically, and ensuring that Australia continues to be the greatest country in the world." And they're the words of Ben Boynon. I think what those two speeches show is an enormous commitment by our young people to see Australia achieve its full potential. I hope that in the 6 months that we've been in government, they've seen that we are working very closely with this parliament, the whole mix of the parliament. The fact that we get to speak on bills and no one's gagged, that we have agreements about how we do that so all voices are heard, which is a big contrast to the previous government. And they can roll their eyes at me a little bit, but they know that many, many debates were not given voice in this parliament. So I look forward to continuing to build the confidence of these young people so that one day they may be the people standing in this place, sharing their ideas and doing what we're doing, trying to make a better Australia.